What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Madden 16 PS4. Do me a favor, take a moment, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. Twitter, shutdown safety is my username. Taking a look at the stat speed. Much like yesterday's Julius Thomas touchdown, I don't want to just present you a breakdown because this is going to be a long video. I want to have a discussion with you guys. Am I holding this game, or are you holding this game to too high of a standard? Because when I have a play like this, where there's 4, 5, 6, 7 things wrong, it impacts the experience I hold NFL simulation football to. And over the course of a play, or a quarter, or a half, or a game, it really dilutes the experience that I expect from this game. So we're going to start off with just something very simple. The catch of this pass. And take a look at how Chris Johnson is running with this ball. You would not see an NFL halfback run with the football like this. I did a video a very long time ago, in fact, where defensive backs were running with the ball like this. And I said more than likely it felt that it was because Ed Reed intercepted passes and ran them back like this. He also lost a few of them, asked Pierre Garçon, that the game seemed to do that highlight football motif of this is what it should look like. I don't like seeing a halfback catch or run with the ball this way. Small detail, but nevertheless. Going forward, I like the fact that this spin move changes the dynamic of how Captain Mullerlin, the cornerback number 24, left side of your screen, is going to interact with me. He's no longer going to interact with me front to front, but now he's going to have to deal with tackling me from the side. That's a good thing. Another good thing is, obviously, there's been some improvements in second level blocking here. You see Michael Humanawanui comes up to block Hodges. This part of the game has improved, but in this example, it's just done terribly. He comes up and he basically meets helmet to helmet, shoulder pad to shoulder pad, but then for whatever reason, he decides that he's going to kind of do this slide. So why would you come up and try to block another player, but then intentionally knock your own base out from underneath of you? Not only that, let's also just pause for a moment to say that all his momentum, all his progress is now being stopped by essentially Hodges' hand and Humanawanui's groin. So from a simulation aspect, if he wants to go to the fetal position now or not play the rest of the game, I'm okay with that because I see the painfulness of what's just occurred. However, if we continue with a football perspective, I want to see dynamic interactions, organic interactions. I want to see a halfback and a linebacker have an equal fight for an extended period of time. I want to see a fullback have a much faster defeat in Chris Johnson's case, or a stronger back's case, over a smaller cornerback. What I don't want to see is a situation where the instant that I break the cornerback's tackle, for whatever reason, you can see the linebacker is able in that same moment to come over and start his tackle. To me, that just doesn't seem like it's unscripted gameplay. The other thing I don't want to see is a player like Hendricks come over, and again, small problem, but now the third thing we've dealt with. If you ever see this in real football, it's going to be a problem. Okay, you can see Chris Johnson here in the moment of getting tackled. Not a traditional time where you see linebackers diving toward knees. But to put his helmet on the running back's knee while his foot is planted is something that will get your head hunted in real life. It just will. You see it a lot of times with cut blocks or chop blocks. You see a lot of times quarterbacks get their knees taken out this way. It just isn't a good look. I understand it's very nitpicky, but again, we're compounding this on top of other problems. And when we go back to see it how he got over here, look at how everyone's pursuit angle in the background changes once these interactions start. I'm going to leave it right here, and then I'm going to go up and just take a look at everyone on the field. Why are they all making cuts? Why are we still dealing with this extremely rudimentary pursuit? The last thing I want to talk about, because we did mention how good the blocking gets, is T.Y. Hilton. Poor T.Y. comes out here, kind of does a chip on Hodges, and then doesn't have anybody to block. So he just kind of hangs out for a little bit, stands there, goes over, does another little chip, feeling pretty good about himself. And then all of a sudden this happens. And this is almost comical to me. Why would you have this even recorded in the game? He comes over to Barr, who's not even looking, and Barr just they can't even see him. Like, you could tell Barr would not be able to see Hilton coming over. Yet for some reason, he just does this shoulder charge and just, seats him. So, I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. Appreciate you sticking through a long video. I'll be back in the week with more content. Thanks for checking this one out.